Happy Monday, everybody. Rob Ferretti here, and today we're going to talk about the Ford GTs. You know, it's a hot car. We just didn't know it was this hot, and this is doing like a little bit of a throwback to the GT3s, which had engine fires. Well, guess what? There's a Ford GT in Germany with 43 miles on it, miles, kilometers, I don't know what it was, but like very, very early on in its life cycle, just burned to the ground. And it looks like it was an engine fire, given the fact that it was in the back of the car and that's where the engine is. And that car is now toast. So, I don't want to be an alarmist here. I don't want to celebrate it. I sort of want to get to the bottom of it because I feel like those cars have been running around pretty good. What might cause, and this is more of a two-part thing. A, what might cause the car to catch fire other than possible insurance fraud? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, why would a car like this catch fire? And if you have a car that's worth 2x or 3x what you paid for it, and you can't sell it for 2 years, you can collect an insurance check on it. So just something to keep in mind there. A little bit, don't rule it out, you know what I mean? Think of the guy who drove the Bugatti into the water. Remember that? Did it for the insurance money. But let's just say the car did catch itself on fire, which it very well may have. What happens here? Does one dude who is deserving to get a car get a redo? Does he get a second allocation now of the first 500? Well, this guy gets two. It's weird, right? Because it's not really his fault. And if the car is not rebuildable, what do you do there? That's an excellent question that requires answering. And like, who knows what may come of this? You may have a massive recall, which is like, do not drive your cars. That's what happened with the GT3s. Do not drive your car. If you drive it, it's on you. We're not fixing it from here on out. And there was an immediate stop use order. And then they replaced all the engines in the initial GT3s and then gave them like super warranty. Like, here's a 100,000-mile warranty to make up for it and make good on it. Everybody I heard of that had one of the early GT3s was treated very well by Porsche. And that's what you'd expect, especially if your car was prone to catching fire and burning to the ground. But this is interesting because this is only 100 miles or whatever, 43 miles on the car. Was the guy just running it hot? Did somebody forget to put coolant in it? Like, where was the where'd the fire come from? Fire's big because fire makes everyone look. And right now details are very sketchy. There's only 2 photos of it. 4 or 5 photos? 5 photos now of the carcass of the car. But in examining at least 2 of the 5, I can tell you it was definitely a fire that caused it to look like that. It was not a scratch in the paint that I was aware of, but flames that caused the thing to be a charred carcass. So we'll stay tuned. We'll see what's next. I share stuff like this with you because it's interesting and worth keeping an eye on. But there are not a lot of them, but say 100 Ford GTs out there at this point, maybe 150. But one fire out of 150 is 1%, or less than 1%, like 0.7%. But either way, it would be if, for example, if almost 1% of all F-150s caught fire, that'd be a lot of F-150 fires. And that would be a cause for concern. So anyway, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Eyes open, ears peeled. I don't know. I think I may have reversed that. But stay tuned, and I will bring you more as we have it. But until then, see you tomorrow.